Hello and a very warm welcome. It's that time again, F1 Nutters, preview time. Fernando Alonso in the background, round his home track. Let's go. Spanish Grand Prix this weekend. Can't wait. So excited. Was hard to get up for the Russia review, but I'm pumped again. I'm up for this. 66 laps round Circuit de Catalunya. 16 turns with 2 DRS zones. Down the main straight and after turn 9. When we get further in the lap, I'll tell you about it. Most wins round this track, Michael Schumacher with 6. Most constructor wins, Ferrari with 12. 2.8 miles round the Circuit de Catalunya track. We all remember last year, Mercedes crashing, and it's, for me, I always said they were both to blame for that crash, and then we see the emergence of the Dutch superstar Max. Kvyat gets dropped, Max's first race for Red Bull, and he wins it. It was unbelievable. He held off world champion in Kimi Räikkönen. We're coming up to turn 9 now. Out of here is the second DRS zone. For me, this is not that effective as the main straight, but we'll see on race day. Let's get on. A few debut wins at Spain. Who can forget 2012? Pastor Maldonado wins the race. I'll say that again for you, so you wasn't mishearing it. Pastor Maldonado won a race. The guy who used his car as a weapon twice actually won a race around Spain, and he deserved it. Unbelievable. And then last year, Max wins his first and only race. So Maldonado's won his race, no longer is in the sport, and Max won in 2016. 1996, we saw the emergence of Michael Schumacher. If you remember, absolutely pissing down, and he absolutely battered the field that day. Was in a league of one. Out of the current drivers, Fernando Alonso and Kimi Räikkönen have 2 wins. Alonso 2006 and 2013, Kimi 2005 and 2008. And the thumbnail of this video will be the most iconic image of this track in my opinion. Ayrton Senna, Nigel Mansell going down the main straight, and they're so close. They're separated by a cigarette paper. They're that close. I mean, who can forget that moment? Iconic. The best start, in my opinion, around this track has to be Fernando Alonso in 2013. If you remember, through turn 1, through turn 2, he went round the outside of Lewis Hamilton and Kimi Räikkönen as if they were amateurs. These two are world champions, and Alonso's pissed past them like they're nothing. And phenomenally, that is Fernando Alonso's last win. 2013, at his home race in a Ferrari. That is unbelievable. But what can you say? McLaren are rubbish at the minute. Lap record held by Kimi Räikkönen. And that chicane we've just gone through was never there. It used to be flat out the last corner, but they brought the chicane in to slow it down. I mean, I'm not a fan of it. I preferred it when it was flat. It was a lot better. But what can be said, I'm so fired up for this weekend. Russia was an absolute snooze fest. It's hard to get passionate when it's such a bad race, but I'm excited. And let's be honest, Carlos Sainz's home race as well, let's not forget. Carlos Sainz will beat Fernando Alonso. I mean, Fernando Alonso is going to get humiliated in front of his Spanish faithful. 4 races in, he's not finished a race. He did his IndyCar test last week. He probably did more laps in the IndyCar test than he has in the whole F1 season. It wouldn't surprise me. But Sainz will beat Alonso. Alonso, I mean, he's a 2-time champion. He doesn't deserve this. He deserves better. We all know this, but McLaren are not progressing. They're going backwards. Let me know your thoughts for the up-and-coming weekend. I was a bit ragged on the last lap. You don't understand. I'm like 110% on the limit just to get 7th. I've got it on hard difficulty. But it's more, as me trying to entertain, it's better a viewer that I'm battling and not just at the front by 10 seconds. Thanks for watching. You know the score. Leave any comments. I'll always reply. Adios. Enjoy the weekend. I certainly will. Adios.